Hi everyone, it's Kim and I'm back with a pick a card reading. This is going to be about what is your twin flame like. So, I have 4 stacks in front of me that you can choose from. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we will go ahead and get started in a second. So go ahead and take a moment and pick your stack, whichever one calls to you. If you need more time, go ahead and pause it. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I actually chose a stack too, so I will tell you which one I chose later on after we're doing the reading. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who supports this channel, and hello everybody who subscribes. I'm Kim, and I do videos from tarot, oracle readings, and spiritual videos, anything really that I find I want to share with the world. So I hope that you enjoy this channel and thank you for stopping by. Also, thank you to everybody who has purchased a personal reading from me, and for those who donated to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and your being here with me on this journey. So with that said, go ahead and choose your stack. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am not going to do the crystals today, just because I don't feel like it. But here is our friend. This is a golden healer. Look at this beauty. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it? Golden healer just brings a very calming, beautiful energy. So this will be blessing our reading today, or at least assisting us. So go ahead and choose, and please pause the video if you need more time. And I'll go ahead and get started with stack number 1. See the side. Okay. So if you pick stack 1, this first card is my own personal deck that I created. It's basically just empty blank cards with just key phrases and terms that I wanted to put on there, felt inclined to put on there, and then I just drew them. I drew this yin and yang symbol in the back with the Sharpie marker. So anyways, this is your reading if you pick stack 1. What is your twin flame like? Oh, keep in mind though, that this is not going to resonate with everybody. This is a general reading, so you will know if it resonates with you just by how you feel about it. So for me, it's coming through as insecure, but for you, it might be coming through as confident. So in the top, it says here, insecure, and then on the bottom, it says confident for reversed. So we'll see why it's coming off as insecure. For our Lenormand cards, we have the Fox, 14, Lenormand, I should say, and then we have the Rider. So Lenormand cards are, I keep saying that word, Lenormand. I don't know. I can't say French that well right now because I'm shy and I'm on camera. That's just how I am. Anyways, the Fox and the Rider. This could be a sly man, sly person, cunning almost. Could be something coming into you that has the qualities of the fox. But with the Rider here, it's like it's a card of movement. It's about something coming into your life. It's like almost like a messenger of some sort. And with the Fox to the left of it, I feel like there could be some sort of new job opportunity that you may meet this person in, or that this person may be in your place of work. Your twin flame could be connected to your place of work, or the work that is coming to you soon with the Rider here. Because the Fox is also about your 9-to-5 job. So if you have a 9-to-5 job and you're looking to change that job, maybe you're already maybe you just changed jobs. Your twin flame could be around the vicinity connected to this job. I hope that's making sense, but let's get back to that in a second as we look at the rest of the cards. Two of Pentacles. So some sort of juggling energy. So right now I feel like your twin flame might not be ready for union because they might be going through insecurities of themselves, uncertainty regards to something, to the point that they may be entertaining women that aren't good for them, or entertaining people that aren't good for them if you're a guy watching this. So yeah, this is not going to resonate for everybody, as all general readings on YouTube will tell you. But let's go ahead and see what else it has to say. The Knight of Cups. It could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So yeah, could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And if you can see here with the Lenormand card, from the Pixies Astounding Lenormand, the horse is the same. So yeah, that I feel like that is significant because this creator, Edmund Zebrowski, he used the horse from the Rider-Waite horse from the Knight of Cups to create this rider image. He basically took parts of different cards and created every single card on this deck in that way, kind of like a collage type thing, where he was just like placing different elements into the picture to create the Lenormand card. So he took the horse from the Knight of Cups and put it in the rider. So I feel that could be significant. This person, your twin flame, could have a water element in their natal chart, quite possibly. Then we also have Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Interesting. So this person, I feel like your twin is very determined. He almost has like a playful energy, like a cheekiness about him. Cheeky energy. Spiritual partnership. So it is a very significant connection, or it will be a very significant connection if you haven't met your twin flame. Like, they know, or they inherently know, they subconsciously know that they're seeking a higher purpose, seeking a higher connection, which is a spiritual partnership. I think that when you meet, you will know that there's something deeper there. But right now, I feel like your twin flame is not at the best stage in their life to come into union with you. Positive movement forward, Eight of Pentacles. They could be working on something, could be working on themselves, or they're just busy with some sort of project. They could be traveling. They could have just moved somewhere. But there is a sense of perseverance with this card as well, if you can see. It's like you're leaving whatever is painful and leaving it and putting it behind you. But this is about your twin, so this is what your twin is doing, or this is what your twin has experienced. Four of Cups, discontentment and boredom. So I think that your twin flame, as of this moment, is not feeling very secure in themselves or in their purpose. I kind of want to get another card from my personal deck, or my deck that I created on my own. Your twin flame could possibly be a water sign or have water in their chart somewhere. Then, yeah, we have positivity, optimistic, hopeful, and dreamer. Kind of coincides with perseverance and the positive movement forward. So even if your twin is in this stage right now of discontentment, they know that they want to keep moving forward. they want to persevere, and it could even be in the form of a new job. Like they want to maybe switch jobs or do something else. Perhaps quit their current job and then apply for another job. And this could be what ultimately connects you two together if you haven't met your twin yet. And if you have met your twin yet, then I think this could mean that maybe they are embodying more of the sly characteristics of the fox. I personally think foxes are pretty cool. I like foxes, but the way that in this deck and in this card system, they make the fox seem like a deceitful type of energy. Sly, cunning, but it's almost like a funny energy too, if that makes sense. So perhaps your twin flame could have been, if you met your twin flame already, could have been deceptive to you in the beginning because of these insecurities. So they might have juggled a couple people, or they might have juggled you and another person. Or perhaps they weren't committed to you, is what this card is saying. But that's because they're just in that point of their growth. But they are moving forward. They are learning. With a positive movement card here. It's just that they don't really know what to do with themselves. They haven't really connected, I feel like, with their true self. They're unsure of what their purpose is in the world, but deep inside they're looking for something fulfilling. So I think you guys had to go through that rocky stage in your relationship. If you met your twin flame, you had to go through that rocky stage in your relationship to eventually grow and to ultimately come to this. So it's a very tough process, this twin flame journey. It's not for everybody, because typically when you get into a relationship with somebody, you want that person to be a good person. You want that person to treat you right, with respect and everything like that. But the twin flame journey looks at the soul and sees the soul in a compassionate light. And the twin flame journey is to understand that people aren't perfect, and it's to forgive that person. It's to have complete forgiveness and unconditional love for somebody, and have the utter belief and conviction that they will grow, and that they have the capability to grow and move beyond those negative characteristics that they may be embodying as of this moment. So it could be that they're using the sly energy of the fox to defend themselves, or to sort of like they may be using it as a guard, because they're insecure, is what this is coming through as. Insecurity as opposed to confidence. So it could be that they're using this deception and they're not making any decisions because they're afraid that, they might not be chosen themselves. So they're keeping multiple options because they don't want to be left behind. They don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be the one that's broken up with, basically. But yeah, overall, your twin is determined to grow, understands they need to grow. Your twin sees and feels that they need to grow, and they also are now coming into this place where they feel this deeper connection is available for them. Now, I don't know if you met your twin, because this is a general reading. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But if you have, then now they're seeing the deeper connection with you. They're feeling this. And if you haven't met them, then this person, your twin that you are to meet, is now feeling that they want a deeper connection with somebody. It's their energy is now being more receptive to it, as opposed to this where they may have been playing the heartbreaker role or the playboy or the playgirl role, where they were just not committed. They were afraid to commit, and it's because of insecurity. But overall, your twin is determined to grow. Your twin is self-aware now. Your twin is starting to seek within and starting to heal the traumas that they have experienced, which are now manifesting in themselves as negative or unfavorable traits. Now, I hope that you liked that reading. I never know what I'd get with these readings, but I know that not everybody's going to resonate with it. I wish that every pick a card reading resonates with everybody and everybody has something to get, but unfortunately, sometimes certain people need to hear certain messages more than others, and that's why the messages kind of go to them, or the messages are more tailored to those specific people. But oddly enough, multiple people resonate with each reading, so yeah, it's very interesting how energy works. I hope that you like that if you picked stack 1. I hope that you resonated with it, and if you didn't, maybe pick another stack, or perhaps stay tuned for the next reading. Now, if you picked stack 2, your reading, my hair is bothering me, sorry. If you picked stack 2, your cards are closed door. Let's see why that door might be closed. The lilies, the mountain, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, service. I feel good when I can help others. Love. I love this card. Love. 6. And you have another 6 moving on, which is a 6 of Swords. And emotional withdrawal. 8 of Cups. Wow. Alright. So, I feel that you are in separation with your twin. Your twin may be somebody who is really passionate about helping others. In other words, their passion has something to do with helping others, if that makes sense. But right now, it's a closed door. There's just some obstacles in regards to the lily here. Lily is about wisdom, but it can also be about sexuality. It could be about purity, and the mountain is about obstacles. So I feel like maybe your twin is closed off in the sacral chakra area, and that could be a disconnection between you two, because you may not be feeling that vitality that comes from a balanced sacral chakra. It's interesting because you have 3 6s here. Love, moving on, and 6 of Pentacles. So I feel like for those who picked stack 2, maybe you felt like this person wasn't giving you as much as you were giving them. It's like someone is giving the other more love, more effort than they are being given, or than they are receiving. And this is really important. Service. and the Six of Pentacles, which is also about service. Well, it's not really about service. It's as you can see, this man, this generous man, is helping the less needy. So in a way, that's service. So I feel like if you pick Stack 2, this is like a sign for you, that you already met your twin flame. Your twin flame is somebody who has already. Your twin flame is somebody who helps people, perhaps could do work with the homeless. But it's just, you're in separation and it ended because the door is currently closed for whatever reason. And it could be there could be various reasons why the door is closed. Like, the twins need to experience something apart, and that's why it didn't work out, in the way that we would like it to. The Eight of Wands is a very fast-moving energy. And you also have the Eight of Cups here, emotional withdrawal. So maybe it was so passionate for your twin that they had to push back or pull back a little bit because they didn't know how to handle it. Because there is this blockage in the purity or the sexuality. There's a blockage in opening up, I feel. When I get the Lilies card, it's like a very calming energy. I mean, it's very calm and grounded. But there's a blockage there, so I think that there's an issue with vulnerability, and that's why we have the Eight of Cups here, as well as the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is very quick and like forward, but then it could be just too intense, so that could be one of the reasons why your twin and yourself are separated. But there is love there, because you have the Six of Swords moving on, and the Six Love, and then the Six of Pentacles. There's like this underlying, unconditional, really strong love there, but it's not satisfying enough to stay in that situation for you, or for either of you, and that's why the separation had to occur, because there's growth that needs to happen. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like hesitation to be vulnerable. Maybe pride could be getting in the way. Because I feel like the Lilies are very, pure. If you can see here, the lilies are breaking through the ground and there's cracks in it. So there could be an obstacle in regards to that. Breaking through and having the courage to open up and be vulnerable. Especially because you have the closed door and the mountain there. Like there's like an imbalance of some sort. Imbalance, I mean. And then for the clarifiers, we have water and money. Could be a water sign. Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or your twin could be very emotional. Emotional and perhaps insecure in regards to money as of this moment. Because with the closed door here. Or they're in the point in their lives where they're working on finding stability in their finances. So that's where the shakiness is coming from. maybe they emotionally withdrew from you because they wanted to work on their finances and they wanted to focus on that, and that's why they couldn't give you like their undivided attention. And that's where all the blockage is stemming from, is from this feeling that they could not provide. They want to do so much. I feel that for those who pick stack 2, your twin is very spiritual. With the water here, your twin is spiritual and understands that they have to be of service, and that they have the capacity to be of service with the 6 of Pentacles. And, you know, in your relationship, if you already met your twin, in your relationship, you are deeply connected. It was a real connection. There was definitely something significant there, but they just weren't ready. They couldn't break through. There was an issue with their innocence. You can see, like, this is very similar colored cards, and that's interesting, and it's in and of itself. It's like a reluctancy to be vulnerable. Something to do with money. But if you haven't met your twin flame, then this is what they're like. They are afraid of being vulnerable. But they really do care about the community. They care about the other people. They want to help those in need. Because you have something of a similar energy twice. But yeah, your twin is definitely a spiritual person, but understands that they can't just be all, you know, watery and soft all the time. They have to be stable in the physical and financial world. So that's where your twin is at, quite possibly. If this doesn't resonate with you, please feel free to pick another stack. Or stay tuned for the next reading, which may resonate with you, because, you know, general readings will not resonate for everybody. But for those it does resonate with, I feel that your twin really does love you a lot, but they had to sacrifice that connection for the higher good. They had to sacrifice that love connection because they felt that it was hindering their higher purpose, which it isn't. It could have just been a misjudgment on their part, because as you know, if two twins come together and it's the right time, then the two twins can be that much more of service to the world. However, sometimes the twins aren't ready yet to be to come to service. Or they aren't ready to come together in order to do mission together. So the separation is necessary. And that's why the closed door is here, because the twin is just not ready yet. The twin wants to be stable here first. They want to be able to live the life that they want. But there's definitely a spiritual aspect to this reading, which is nice. You can see your twin is aware. Your twin is aware of the higher energies, so that's a good sign. That makes them compassionate. Inherently compassionate, even if they haven't been, you know, the best to you. Even if they seem to be selfish. The fact that they're inherently spiritual in nature makes them a person of integrity. You know, this is a person who is loyal. This is a person who is dedicated to the good of all, and I think that's a great quality. They're not distracted, but they just felt that they had to sacrifice the connection, you know, in order to gain that stability. In order to gain power in the material and physical world. So, for those of stack 2, you know, you're at this point where you're in separation, but there is like so much potential in coming together and doing mission work together. So that's really good sign. And the reason why I'm kind of like slowing down a little bit and I'm thinking a lot right now is because it makes me feel weird. I feel like there's some truth to that with a situation that I experienced. So it's making me feel really, I don't know, weird about it. I'm feeling like suddenly sad. Or like, I don't know, heavier than I was when I started this video reading. I could just be tuning into somebody's energy too. This energy kind of reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. And that's why maybe I'm sort of like affected by it, but I don't know. I don't want to think about that person anymore. Anyways, if you pick stack 3, spiritual soul, stack 2 had another spiritual twin. We have the child and the snake. Interesting. The lovers. If you can see here, there's a snake wrapped around this tree behind Eve. And then you have the snake in the Lenormand deck. Interesting. 8 of Cups. Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Physical activity. Third eye chakra. And the sacral chakra. Interesting that you have to use chakra cards. So your twin is definitely doing some spiritual work, conscious spiritual work, working with these specific chakras. This is actually really just sad. I just got the message that someone's twin here could have been sexually abused or like molested. And that's why we have the sacral chakra with the child and the snake there, because perhaps this person's childhood was compromised. So that's going to be at least one person's twin out there. Also, this person could have just had a toxic parent in their childhood, and it could also mean that there is a toxic parent or a toxic spouse, ex-spouse, that they had a child with. So, for those who pick stack 3, your twin may have just recently gotten out of a marriage or a relationship with the 8 of Cups here. And that's why the lovers, I think, is coming through as choice as well. Typically for me, I love to see the lovers in a love reading. It's like, oh wow, the lovers, like this is a good sign. But the lovers is also about choice. And next to the 8 of Cups, in addition to the snake, that is in or wrapped around the tree behind Eve, and then the child. That's how I'm getting like some sort of X situation. They might already have a child, your twin, and it could be with a woman that is, just perhaps a bad person in their life. Bad as in like challenging, toxic, perhaps. Physical activity. This is when I said that your twin might have, or your twin is consciously healing themselves. They're doing this. They're being very physically active to get their mind off of whatever it is that has been difficult on them and that they find themselves needing to walk away from. And in addition to spiritual soul, that tells me that they are very humble, your twin. Like almost very humble, has humility, is a person of integrity. This person doesn't really care too much about attention. It's just a good person, like a good man. If you're a woman watching this, it's a good man. If you're a man, it's a good woman. It's a mature woman who is understanding and has experienced a lot of pain, which makes them that much more compassionate. Friendship. This person, this twin of yours, is going to be a great friend to you, at least in the beginning, before you become lovers, if you haven't already met. But if you have, this is somebody that is perhaps your friend. And you may have just been ignoring them, or that you may have not been seeing them in that light, but I feel that you may soon see them in a different light with this card here. But yeah, this twin of yours is going to be a good friend. Like, it's going to be somebody that you can rely on, somebody that you can trust. Yeah, I'm feeling like these people who pick stack 3 have a twin that's been through a lot. And because of what they've been through, it has made them more reserved and quiet, almost. Like they're not going to be in your face, the life of the party. They'll be more perhaps solitary, is what I'm getting. But definitely a good friend, a good person throughout, because of what they experience and because of the fact that they are just naturally inclined to be a spiritual soul. So for those who picked stack 3, I hope that resonated with you. Let's see if I can get a clarifier. Yeah, like I'm getting that this person, your twin, is definitely working to ground themselves right now. Let go and trust. I feel like some of you are really attached to this idea of the twin flame and who it is. And I think you may even know, for some of you, you might know who your twin flame is. But it's like the fact that you're so attached to this concept of like your other half or your divine counterpart, it might be a blockage. It might have been a blockage to you, ultimately because of this attachment. But this card is saying, trust yourself, trust that you know who it is, and trust that everything is going as it should. But let go of this desire of knowing who your twin flame is, or let go of this desire of being with your twin flame and just trust that everything is happening. Everything is happening as it should. So, yeah, I hope that you got something that you can use for your benefit for that reading. For those who pick stack 3. If you pick stack 4, your messages are within 5 years. This is actually the one that I picked. 5 years, what am I going to be? 29 by 5 years. The ring. The house. That's interesting. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Could be an air sign. Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And the Sun. Oh my gosh, I picked such good cards for myself. And acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things that I cannot change. Compassion. Awareness, the Magician. And fertility, the Empress. Wow. So this is the card that I chose. So for those who pick stack 4, within 5 years, you will be in union. And within 5 years, you will be married and living in the house of your dreams with your twin flame. And I'm not just saying that because I picked it. It's really what I'm getting from these 2 cards and everything else. I mean, you have the Sun here. This is a very positive card. So within 5 years, there's a breakthrough and there's a reunion happening. Could be a time to have a child too. Within 5 years, you'll be pregnant. Or your wife or your twin will be pregnant with your child, you know. And it's just, you'll be so ripe to start and do your mission with awareness here. It's like you have come to a deeper and higher understanding of your life, your life's purpose. And with your twin, you guys are going to be able to work together for the good of all. And acceptance, I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change, and then compassion. I feel like for those who pick stack 4, you have experienced some rough situations with your twin. It could have ended really badly. And within 5 years, you're going to come to a point where you were able to talk to each other and, you know, forgive one another and really have a heart-to-heart conversation about whatever has occurred in the middle. And you're just going to be accepting of everything that's happened, all the pain and the disappointments that happened in between, and you're going to be able to forgive. And it's going to be fulfilling. Like, look at this, the ring in the house. Seriously, there's no better combination. In terms of like marriage and partnership and life partnership, the ring in the house is a very good combination in the Lenormand deck. No, it's about commitment. You'll be committed with this person, and you will have your dream house in your dream place. And then you have the fox, Sly. When I created this deck, I had some sort of good feelings towards the fox. I didn't write it as like the fox is bad. Like, I wrote it as like the fox is charming and cunning and like a salesman. You know what I mean? They're like very flirty, but there's a hidden agenda within the way that they speak or what they do. And it could be a characteristic of your twin. And when I'm saying that, because I picked this stack, I'm thinking of like one specific person. And it's crazy because I shouldn't be thinking about this person, but I am, but this energy reminds me of that person for some reason. Everything about this reminds me of this person. But that's just my own personal perception of this stack. Sly. With Sly, I feel like for those who pick stack 4, your twin seems to be one thing, but is actually another. Like they're probably the type of person that will make you jealous, or appear to be like having the time of their lives, and like they don't care about you, but in reality they do. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys saw this Disney movie, Zootopia. I love the fox in that movie. It is revolving around this character of like the sly fox. He's everything that a sly fox would be. A thief. He makes up stories to get what he wants. He basically puts a mask on, and he pretends he's somebody else. But that's because of, you know, his past trauma and his past experiences. But he's really actually a good individual. He turns out to be a very valuable asset to the good side in the movie. You know, he's loyal, he's protective, and he's incredibly intelligent. So the fox for me is never really a negative thing through and through. And I wrote this card with adoration for the charming characteristics of what we typically know as the fox. So I'm a fan of the fox energy, really. I just, you know, because I'm a fan of it because I can be aware of the tactics of the fox energy. So I think that's key. Like if the fox is taking advantage of you and you're not aware of it, then yeah, maybe it's a negative card. But if you are somebody who's aware of you know, charming people, aware of the salesman type, where they tell you what you want to hear, and they do it in a way that makes you feel like you're the most beautiful and like amazing person, and you're falling for it, then maybe yeah, it is a negative card. But if you're like, you're trying to just flatter me to get what you want, then I think it becomes positive. It becomes like a nice flirting, fun energy. And that's what I intended for this card. But overall, for those who pick stack 4, a lot of forgiveness is happening. You know, within 5 years, you will have a beautiful home, a beautiful marriage or life partnership, and you may even have a child. You know, you may have your first child if you don't already, or you may be pregnant with your twin's child, or you could be having a child with your twin. But the sun here says it's going to be a wonderful time for reunion. Within the next 5 years, the energies will be working together and sorting themselves out, and there's going to be a breakthrough here. Some sort of clarity happening where you're able to go forward with abundance and really live out your life's purpose together. That's an amazing reading. Yeah, great reading actually. Quite different from the first 3, so I'm glad I picked this one. I didn't pick it knowing that this is what the cards are. I definitely did not even see what was in each stack. So just letting you guys know that. Anyways, I hope that you liked that reading. I hope that it resonated with you, and if it did, leave a comment below and share your stories It's always nice to hear from other people how these cards are, you know, relating to them or relating to you. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. But that's it. I hope that you liked this reading, and if it didn't resonate with you, then stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.